Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome to today's product training webinar. I'm glad to see all of you. Most of you already know me. My name is Sakshi Mishra. I'm the product expert and scientific officer at NHT Global India. And today we are going to talk about a wonder product. Like most of you already know the topic of the webinar, and I think that's the reason all of you are here. Today we are going to talk about NHT's one of the wonder product that is enhanced essential probiotics. So we are going to see what is the product about, what is so special about the product, what are its benefits, what does the product has to offer, and why do we recommend eating enhanced essential probiotics. So we are going to see all of that, and we also have a very interesting, fun activity planned for all of you at the end of the webinar. So I would want all of you to be there with me. Also tell your members, your group members to keep joining us as we go on with the webinar so that everyone can enjoy the activity and take all the benefits that the webinar has to offer. All right, so on this note, we begin the webinar. So today we are going to talk about enhanced essential probiotics. As you can see the tagline, it nourishes your gut and supports healthy digestion to promote peak intestinal balance. So today we are going to talk a lot about gut health, about digestion, about why is it important to make sure your intestinal balance is at par so that you can take care of your digestion. So we are going to talk about all of that in detail, and you will understand that why this product is the answer to all of that. Before we begin, we will quickly understand that why is gut health so important. We are talking about gut health in huge numbers now, and there is so much of talk going on around the benefits of having a good gut health, why having a good gut health is important. So let us quickly understand that why is it important. Number one, over 99% of nutrients are being absorbed in our gut. So when we eat something, all of us know that the entire absorption of the nutrients happens in the intestine. At least 99% happens in the intestine. And that is the reason it is very, very important to make sure your gut is in place. Because if your gut is not in place, the absorption will not happen the way it is supposed to happen. And that will hamper a lot of other areas, obviously. Right? So we eat food to get the maximum nutritional benefit out of it. And that happens only if the absorption is happening. If the absorption is not happening, then there's no point in eating something that's nutritious. Right? So it is very important to keep your gut health in place so that your nutrient absorption happens beautifully. Okay. Other important thing is 80% of toxins are being eliminated by our gut. So everything, like we talk about detoxification, we talk about removing all the toxins from our body. About 80% of that activity is done by our gut, and that is the reason it also becomes an important area because of which gut health is important. And something that a lot of people don't know, that 70% of our immunity cells are in our gut. So this is something a lot of people don't know. When we hear about gut, the first thing that comes to our mind is digestion, which is, of course, the major role of gut. But other than that, gut also helps us to make sure that we fight off the bad bacteria. And that is because 70% of immunity cells are in our gut. So to make sure that our immunity is at par, we are good with our immunity, it is important that your gut health is good because it is directly connected to your immunity. Because 70% of cells that take care of your immunity are in your gut, right? So it is another important reason that gut health is very, very important. All of us know that our body is a home to trillions of bacteria, and they can be good bacteria, they can be bad bacteria, and we know about it. And this, these bacteria that are like small, tiny bits, these bacteria actually play a very huge role in making sure that our health is in place. Right from our digestion to immunity to excretion, everything is taken care by these bacteria. And that is the reason it is important to make sure that your gut and the gut microflora. So when I use the word microflora, it means the bacteria present in your gut. So your gut and the gut microflora has to be in place. And that happens when you take care of your gut, right? So that is the reason gut health is important. When we understand the gut microbiome, like I said, there are two types of bacteria. There's a range of bad bacteria and there's a range of good bacteria. We know what the bad bacteria does. It usually attacks the body. And when it attacks the body, there are a lot of gastrointestinal discomfort that occur. So all the sort of diarrhea, constipation, bloating, flatulence, all of that happens when the bad bacteria increases. And just the opposite, good bacteria is something that is going to help your gut. It is going to help improve the nutrient absorption. It is going to boost your immunity. It is going to detoxify your body. So good bacteria is obviously the thing that needs to be there in your body in great numbers. So you can never go zero on bad bacteria. That is not possible because, our gut is like a place where bacteria thrive. So bad bacteria are always going to be there, and there is no problem with it till it remains in place. So there has to be a balance. And around 80 to 85% should be good bacteria, and about 15 to 20% or less than that should be bad bacteria. If this balance is maintained, then your gut health is in place. And if this balance goes haywire because of whatever XYZ reasons, then there's a problem because bad bacteria overpowers the good bacteria, and then the entire microbiome of your gut goes for a toss. And that becomes the major problem, right? So it is important to make sure that this balance is maintained, specifically in today's time wherein we don't have a time to make sure that our diet is proper. We A lot of people skip their physical activity. There's so much stress in our day-to-day life. So these are daily habits actually lead to the overpowering of bad bacteria by good bacteria. So all of this is actually a result of our daily habits that happens, and it is very important to make sure that this balance is restored. Another very important thing that we should talk about here is antibiotics. So we know that in a country like India, we all of us know that we just pop up antibiotics like candies, right? So there's any problem, we quickly go buy an antibiotic. We don't even require a prescription for most of the antibiotics. So it is just like a OTC medication. You can just go buy it and have it, right? A lot of antibiotics don't require prescriptions. And that becomes a problem because antibiotic is great, not like it's not a good thing. It is good because it is meant to kill the bacteria in your body. But the problem is when you pop up antibiotics in a regular manner and it becomes a pattern for you, the antibiotics goes in your body, and along with the bad bacteria, it also destroys the good bacteria. We don't want that, right? We want the good bacteria to be there and we want the bad bacteria to go down. But antibiotics doesn't do that. It most of the time it goes and it kills both these bacteria, which becomes a problem. So overdosing of antibiotics is not good, and you should always get to a prescription if required, and then go for your antibiotic dosage. Why am I saying this is because nowadays a lot of doctors, slowly a lot of doctors are doing this. Along with the antibiotic prescription, they also give you a probiotic. So they tell you that after completing your antibiotic dosage, go ahead and complete your probiotic dosage. They do that. A lot of doctors are eventually getting into that practice because killing the bacteria is important, but again restoring the balance of your gut is again important. So once the killing of bacteria is done, we cannot leave it like that. So again, having probiotics, restoring the balance becomes important. So that is the reason it is again very important to make sure that your gut health is in place and you don't overdo antibiotics. A lot of research studies on the same lines say that the human gut microbiome is actually the potential controller of wellness and disease. So a lot of diseases that occur in a human body is actually taken care by your gut health. So that is where it all occurs from. So a lot of studies shows that how human gut microbiome is actually the area where all the focus should be so that all the other diseases is taken care of. There is a very interesting study that shows the gut-brain connection. So there are scientists who are now coming up with studies that tell that how your gut is directly connected to the brain, right? So whenever I'll just give you a small example. So whenever you are anxious about something or you're nervous about something, you have this particular kind of a feeling in your gut, right? You feel anxious, like we say that we have butterflies in the stomach, we say that, or that kind of a connection. As soon as you feel anxious, is because there's a connection between your gut and brain, and it's vice versa. That is the reason we say that your food affects your mood and your mood affects your food. So if you're very happy, you actually want to have food, and if you actually have food, like if you have food that is good for you, or you have a healthy food or something that you like, if you have tasty food, something of your taste, you feel good about it, right? So mood and food is something that goes hand in hand. Similarly, your gut and brain connection is absolutely hand in hand. So it is very important to pay attention to your gut brain connection, because it actually contributes to your anxiety, digestion problems. If you see, all of this actually goes hand in hand. So it's a beautiful study by Harvard that shows that how gut brain connection is coming up in a big way right now, and that is the reason gut health becomes as important as brain health is, right? Now let's talk a little bit about foods that contain probiotics. So when we are talking so much about good bacteria, there are also foods that contain probiotics. So like we know, probiotics is good bacteria. It's another name for good bacteria, right? So a lot of foods contain probiotics. Specifically, if I were to give you in a layman's language, any food that is fermented, we go through fermentation, it has bacteria. It might not, all the bacteria might not be probiotics, but it usually contains, the fermented food usually contains probiotics. A few examples are in front of you on the screen. So pickled cucumbers, pickled cabbages, miso, natto beans from Japan, kimchi, kombucha, kefir, sauerkraut, tempeh. All of these are probiotics that are available in India also, but majorly outside India. Something that's available in India and very handy is your yogurt or curd, as you say. Homemade curd is a good natural probiotic. Yogurt is again a good probiotic. And traditional buttermilk, the buttermilk that we make at home, is also a good probiotic. So now your question would be, so okay, great, I will eat these foods. I don't need enhanced essential probiotics. So that's not the case. The thing is that these probiotics are there, but the quantity in which they are present in the food is not enough to maintain your gut microflora, right? So you have to eat a lot of yogurt to make sure that your gut microflora is in place. You cannot eat that much of yogurt, right? Also, when it comes to yogurt, sometimes the packaged yogurt we get also has a lot of sugar added to it. So which is not great when it comes to your health, right? Another important thing is these probiotics, when eaten, do not reach your gut, or most of them do not reach your gut. They get destroyed right in your stomach where there is gastric acid. That is where it gets destroyed. So when the probiotics don't reach your gut, it doesn't get absorbed and it doesn't show health benefits, right? So that is the reason at times food is not sufficient to give the nutrient that is required by your body. And that is where we go a step ahead. We look at supplements, we look at nutraceuticals that will give you nutrients that is actually required by your body and in that amount. So that is the reason enhanced essential probiotics comes in picture, because food is always not enough. And specifically when we talk about probiotics, these are live bacteria. So they need that kind of control. They need that kind of temperature control. They need that kind of moisture control so that they reach your gut and it gives you the benefits, right? And that doesn't happen in the case of food all the time. And that is the reason NHT Global has come with this beautiful product called Enhanced Essential Probiotics. It is a great tasting powdered product, and it has good bacteria present in huge numbers. It is a blend of prebiotics, probiotics, and postbiotics. I will tell you what is what in detail ahead when we talk about the key ingredients. All of this together helps in maintaining your gut health, and it makes sure that your intestinal balance is there, it is at par, and so that your immunity is at par, your digestion health is at par. all of that is taken care when you have enhanced essential probiotics. On this note, let us talk about the key ingredients. So that is where the entire, the quality of the product lies, right? The key ingredients. So this is a three-pronged approach to promote peak gut health. So what we've done in our product is it's a three-pronged approach, which means there are three kinds of biotics present. There's probiotics, there's prebiotics, and there is postbiotics. Probiotics are something that is known as good bacteria. Our product has 8 unique strains of probiotics present, which actually delivers good bacteria to the body, and it improves the intestinal defense and it enhances the regularity in your body to make sure that your microflora is in place. So that is probiotics. We have 8 unique strains of probiotics present in our product. Another important thing is prebiotics. Prebiotics is, in a layman's term, it is food for probiotics. So probiotics are good bacteria. They are live microorganisms, right? So they are live microorganisms, and for microorganisms to thrive, they need food to eat, just like us. We need food to live. Similarly, probiotics need food to live. And prebiotics are the food for probiotics. So the product has 6 types of prebiotics, which stimulates growth, and of course, it helps the probiotic perform its function. Another very important thing and a very upcoming thing that is now present in the product, earlier it was not present, now it is present in the product, is called the postbiotics. Postbiotics are something when probiotics actually eat prebiotics. So when probiotics digest prebiotics, there are byproducts produced. Those byproducts are called as postbiotics, right? So these postbiotics strengthen the intestinal environment and it makes sure that your microbiome is in place. We'll see each in detail now. Now, when we come to probiotics, like I said, there are 8 unique strains of probiotics that are present. And each of these strain is exceptional because it makes sure that your gut microflora can be restored and the balance can be maintained. Specifically talking about Lactobacillus plantarum. This is a patented probiotic, that is strain of probiotic that is present in our product. It is taken from kimchi. All of us know what kimchi is. This strain is taken from kimchi and it is patented for the kind of benefits it provides to the body. So for its digestive benefits, for its immunity benefits, Lactobacillus plantarum is patented by NHT Global. And all of these 8 kind of probiotics together, when they work together, they give you a balance between good and bad bacteria. And because there is like a variety present in the strains, there are like 8 types of strains, which means that you are assured to get all the benefits that a probiotic product has to offer, right? Like I told you, probiotics are not enough alone, right? So if you just eat a supplement that has only probiotics, that will not work alone because probiotics are live microorganisms and they need food to thrive. And this is the food. So our product has 6 types of prebiotics present, which provides nutrition to these probiotics. These are the 6 types of prebiotics that are present. There's mulberry powder, there's chicory powder, there's galacto-oligosaccharide, fructo-oligosaccharide, Jerusalem artichoke, and oat powder. So these are the 6 kind of prebiotics present. Prebiotics are a kind of fiber. They have characteristics of fiber, so they also have their own benefits. So they help you in digestion. They also help you to make sure that there's bulk in your stools and you don't face constipation, diarrhea, and problems like that, right? And of course, it helps to make sure that probiotics can perform their function well. Another very important thing that is present in the product now is called postbiotics. There are 12 kinds of postbiotics that is present in the product. Like I told you, postbiotics are something which is a byproduct of probiotic using prebiotic. So when probiotic eats prebiotic, there are byproducts released, and these byproducts are very important to make sure that your gut microflora is in place. And that is what postbiotics is. And there are 12 kinds of postbiotics that are present in this product to make sure that the intestinal environment is balanced and your gut microflora is rich with all the kinds of good bacteria that is available, right? On this note, coming to when I say, it is a live bacteria, when I say that you're eating something that's live, that happens and that immediately triggers one question in our mind is that live thing reaching the gut in that manner, right? And to make sure that this happens, our product has a patented delivery system which is called a quadruple coating technology. As the name suggests, it has 4 coatings above the bacteria. So the bacteria, we have to make sure that when you eat the product, the bacteria should not get destroyed at the stomach level. Because if it gets destroyed at the stomach level, it will not reach the gut and it will not get absorbed. And if it doesn't get absorbed, the entire purpose is lost, right? To make sure that it gets absorbed in your body, it should be very safe and it should be resistant to the gastric acid present in your body, in your stomach. And to make sure that happens, there is a 4 coating technology that called the quadruple coating technology present in our product to make sure that the survival rate of the probiotics that you're eating is great. And this technology gives about 90% of survival rate, which is great, right? So they have 4 robust layers of protection, and it's proven to significantly increase the survival rate, like I told you, by ensuring that the probiotics successfully reach the intestine and it gives you all the benefits that it has to offer. We've seen that quadruple coating technology gives you about 90% of survival rate as compared to a uncoated, a probiotic. So an uncoated probiotic might give you about 30 to 50% of survival rate, which is that when you eat the product, only 30 to 50% of the benefits is reaped by you. But in our case, 90% of survival rate is there. So 90% of the probiotics actually reach your gut, and actually those probiotics are absorbed by your gut, and it gives you all the benefits that it has to offer. So the study actually showed that over 90% of probiotics survive even after 5 hours of exposure to the harsh acidic conditions of our stomach, which is great, right? 5 hours of exposure of such acidic area of our stomach is also something that this can survive because of the quadruple coating technology that is present. So, which means that you can be assured about the quality of the product, you can be assured about the benefits, and you can be guaranteed that the product that you're eating is actually going in your body and getting absorbed up to 90%, which is great. Coming to the key benefits of the product, like I told you, it delivers over 10 billion probiotics per serving. So when I say per serving, the product comes in the form of sticks. Most of you must have already tried the product. For those who have not tried the product, it comes in the form of sticks, right? It's very easy to carry, and you can travel while traveling. You can carry it. You can just put it in your purse and take it to work. So it's very easy. It's not a bulky thing to carry. And one serving of that one particular stick gives you about 10 billion probiotics, which is a great number. It promotes ultimate intestinal health, like I told you. It also relieves the common gastrointestinal symptoms or discomforts like your diarrhea, constipation, flatulence. And if there's any kind of discomfort that the gut usually gives you, it actually relieves. The EEP goes ahead and relieves that. It helps to increase the absorption of nutrients in your gut, and it also maintains a very good digestive system. So it makes sure that your digestion takes place in time, and it supports your body's immune system. Like I told you, gut is where 70% of the immunity cells lie. So when your gut health is in place, automatically your immune system will be supported, and that is what the product does for you. Also, for all of you to note it, that's the product is certified by Korea Health Supplement Association, and that is the reason it ensures stock quality and safety. There are a number of tests and there are a number of proofs to be submitted to get this certificate, and we are actually very privileged to have got the certificate, which lets our, all our consumers know that the product is absolutely safe to consume and it gives you the guaranteed benefits that it shows. Of course, it is a very great tasting product, easy to use formula for any age group. When we talk about age group, something that I would like to say is as you age, the number of probiotics in your body keep decreasing. There's a change in the gut microflora as you age. And that is the reason the adults require probiotics even more as compared to the children, because children usually have that kind of a gut microflora. Of course, it is great for children also to maintain it for a longer period of time. But for adults, the amount of microflora, the good microflora present, is usually very less. So it is very important for them to restore that intestinal balance and have the probiotics. Coming to the directions of use, it is a very simple way to use it. You can consume content of 1 stick pack per day after a meal. So after a meal, you can just open up 1 stick pack and consume it with water. You can consume it with water or however you like it. Children and elderly can consume this, and like all age groups, this product is fantastic, right? Every age group can actually make the use of this product. So that's about all the details about probiotics. What is it? Why is it so special? Also, how now it also contains a new variety of biotics called the postbiotics. So along with pro, now it also has postbiotics, which means that there is a even better version of the product present, which gives you all the benefits a probiotic product has to offer, which takes care of your gut health, your intestines, your immunity, and your overall digestion, right? On that note, I would want, because we're talking so much about gut health and why gut health is important, I would want all of you to actually know that how is your gut health? Like, how much is it fine? How is your gut health? Is it doing good? Is it not doing good? Right? So I am going to play an interesting activity with all of you. And that activity is called Let's Test Your Gut Question. So what I want all of you to do is, I want all of you to have a pen and paper in front of you. So I'd give you like a 30 seconds time. I would request all of you to sit with a pen and paper, because I will want you people to actually note down your answers. So I would want all of you to quickly come with a pen and paper. I'll give you 30 seconds time. And of course, you can put in chat if there is any kind of doubts, if you have any kind of doubts. 30 seconds time. Quickly get your paper and pen. Okay. All right, so till you're getting your paper and pen, I will quickly tell you what this test is about. So this test is basically to understand that how much is your gut questioned, right? We all talk about IQ, we all talk about EQ. Let's talk about GQ, okay? So let's see what is gut questioned and how much is your gut questioned. So this is an activity. There is no right or wrong answer. It's not a quiz that we usually play. There's no right answer. There's no wrong answer. It's absolutely subjective. Okay, so what you have to do is, I am going to put questions for you and there will be 3 options. You have to note down whatever you feel is correct for you. It can be different for different people. Okay, it is like I'm repeating it again. There's no right or wrong answer. It can be different for different people. You just have to note down what you feel is correct for you. Okay, and once you note down all the answers, I'll tell you what you have to do. Okay, so I hope all of you have got paper and pen ready. Can I get a yes on the chat box? Can I get a yes? Quickly a yes. Yes, I have received a yes. More people? Okay, great. Others? Okay, perfect. I see a lot of yeses coming in. Great. So now that you are ready with your paper and pen, you have understood the rule. I am going to post the very first question. Make sure you note down the answers to the question that you feel is right. This is the first question. How often do you consume cereals such as whole grains, rice, maize, etc. in your daily diet? Like you see, the question, it's a very subjective thing. There's no right or wrong answer to this. There are three options. A, 3 times a day. B, 1 to 2 times a day. C, rare consumption. Whatever you feel is right for you or suits you, you can just note it down. So what you have to do is question 1A or question 1B. You have to note it down like that with the questions, okay? So one ka answer is A or one ka answer is B. That is how you note it down. Or C, whatever. A, B, C. So how often do you consume cereals such as whole grains, rice, maize in your daily diet? 3 times a day, 1 to 2 times a day, or rare consumption? Quickly note down your answers. Moving on to the next question. The next question is, how often do you include multigrains in your diet? How often do you include multigrains in your diet? There are three options: daily, less than 3 times a week, and C, do not include. A, daily, B, less than 3 times a week, C, do not include. I'm sure all of you know what multigrains is. So how often do you all include multigrains in your diet? Whatever is suitable for you. Note it down, question 2 with the option that is suitable for you. A, B, C, whatever it is, just note it down. Coming to the third question, what is the frequency of fruits included in your diet? I repeat, what is the frequency of fruits included in your diet? A, at least one portion a day. B, 2 to 3 times a week. C, rare consumption. One portion a day, 2 to 3 times a week, or rare consumption. Whatever is your frequency, just note it down with the correct option. Coming to question 4. What is the frequency of vegetables included in your diet? I repeat, what is the frequency of vegetables included in your diet? A, 2 to 4 servings per day. B, 1 time a day. C, once a week. What is the frequency of veggies included in your diet? 2 to 4 servings per day, 1 time a day, once a week. Whatever you think is the most suitable or most close answer to what you follow. You can just write down that. Coming to fifth question. Do you consciously count or are aware of your daily fiber requirement? So there are just two options to this, yes or no. It's a very basic question. Do you consciously count or are you aware about your daily fiber requirement? So when I say count, which means do you total up? Okay, breakfast done, I have eaten 10 grams of fiber. Lunch done, I ate another 10 grams of fiber. Do you do that? If not that, are you aware of your daily fiber requirement? If yes, go for A. If no, go for B. Note it down. Moving on to the next question. Question 6. How many glasses of water do you drink per day? I repeat, how many glasses of water do you drink per day? A, 8 glasses. B, 4 to 8 glasses. C, less than 4. So A, 8 glasses or more. B, 4 to 8 glasses. C, less than 4. So anything, it might be that, you don't have the correct thing that you do, the exact thing that you do, but whatever is the closest to your pattern, you need to select that option. Coming to the 7th question, what is the level of stress that you face on a daily basis? A, mild, B, moderate, C, severe. What is the level of stress that you face on a daily basis? A, mild, B, moderate, C, severe. Whatever you think is the most appropriate answer according to you. Just note it down. Make sure you're not missing out stuff, and make sure you note down each question's answer. Okay. Coming to the second last question. How many hours of sleep do you get? Sorry, how many hours of sleep do you get every day? How many hours of sleep do you get every day? A, at least 7 to 10. B, 4 to 6. C, less than 4. How many hours of sleep do you get every day? Just note down the appropriate option. Coming to the last question now. It's question number 9. How would you describe your level of physical activity? How would you describe your level of physical activity? A, at least 30 minutes per day. B, 30 minutes 1 to 2 times a week. C, no activity. Whatever is something that's closest to you. Just note down A, B, or C. This is the last question. By now, you should have 9 options written in front of you, right? So there are 9 questions and you should have 9 options written in front of you. That could be anything. That could be A, B, C, A, B, whatever, right? 9 options written in front of you. Are you all with me? Can I get a yes on the chat box? Are all of you with me? Okay, great, perfect. Which means all of you now have 9 options written in front of you. Now I'm going to tell you how will you identify your GQ. That's your gut question. So you need to score yourself now. So for a change, I am not going to tell you that what is the right answer, what is not. You are going to score your own self. So every time you have given A to yourself, like you've written an option A, give yourself 3 points. Every time you have written a B option, give yourself 2 points. And every time you have written a C, give yourself 1 point. Okay. So for example, question 1 is A, question 2 is B, question 3 is C. So you get 3, 2, 1. So 3 plus 2 plus 1, which is 6 points. Like this for 9 questions, right? So all your A's will get 3 points, all your B's will get 2 points, all your C's will get 1 point. I'm going to give you a minute's time to write down for all your 9 respective questions. Okay, I'm going to repeat once again. So if you did not follow me, you could again listen. So all your A's are going to get 3 points. So in your 9 questions, there would be times wherein you've written A. So if you've written A, give 3 points. Wherever you've written B, give yourself 2 points. And wherever you've written C, give yourself 1 point. If you've done that for your 9 questions, now you need to total up all of it and write down your total points. So whatever the total of 9 questions is, so it could be 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 3 plus 2, whatever, X, Y, Z, whatever, you'll get a figure. Just note down that total point. Quickly note down your total points, and we're giving you a minute's time because there's a little bit of addition here, but don't worry, I'm not testing your maths. It's absolutely for your gut health. So it's important to understand how good is your gut, right? So let us quickly see how good is our gut. Once you all are ready with your points, quickly write a yes on the chat box. You need to add all the 9 points, okay? All the 9 points. I'm going to give you 10 more seconds. Okay, I'm sure by now you have your, your score ready with you. So right now you are going to get a poll in front on your screens. Can you see a poll on your screen? Everyone, please go ahead and select in which range does your gut question score fit in. In which range does your gut question score fit in? So whatever score you've got, does that fit between 0 to 10? Or does that fit between 11 to 20? Or does that fit between 21 to 30? Wherever your gut question score fits in, you can write about that. Okay, I'm going to give you some time because I see a lot of people have not answered. So the gut question score is something that you have just calculated, right? So you've done a total of 9 questions. Now you just need to quickly select which range does that come into. Is that question, say, 5? If you've got an answer 5, please select 0 to 10. If you've got, say, 12, select 11 to 20. If you've got, say, 21, say 22 or 21, whatever, select 21 to 30. Okay, I would want everyone to participate in this poll so that, we understand and we actually come to a kind of a majority. Where does the majority people lie? We want to understand that. So I'm going to wait for another 10 seconds so that you can choose whichever, section your answer comes into. It could be 0 to 10, it could be 11 to 20, it could be 21 to 30. I'm sure no one has got an answer more than 30. If there is any doubt, you can message on the chat, but I want all of you to participate. So it will be great if all of you mark your answers, everyone. I'm going to wait for another 30 seconds. Quickly, everyone, please mark your answers. Wherever your GQ has come. Wherever your GQ has come. Like I told you, there is no right or wrong answer here. So don't worry about that. I want all of you to please mark the answers. Has everyone participated in the poll? I see people messaging on the chat. I'd request all of you to please participate in the poll so that, we get maximum results here, because I can see only very less people who have participated in the poll. So anybody who has got a score between 0 to 10, please select that. 11 to 20, please select that. And 21 to 30, please select that. You just need to select the answer and submit. Okay, last 5 seconds for you all to answer. Last 5 seconds. In which range does your gut question score fit into? The poll is there right on your screen. You just need to select which range does it fit into. All right, I think that's it. Let's quickly see whoever has participated. Let's first see what is the result. Okay, so the results are in front of you. We see that only 4 people participated. I don't know what was the issue. I've seen a lot of answers on the chat. A lot of people messaged me personally, but I think you people did not participate in the poll. But nevertheless, it is very interesting to see that all 4 of them come under 11 to 20. So that's really interesting. The answers are right here. I have seen, a lot of chats I've received with a score 22, with a score 7, score 27. Wow, that's great. So, but you've not participated in the poll. Not a problem. It was just to understand that what is the average GQ of our audience. So with this, I would quickly like to tell you that what does your score mean? Okay. So now you need to rate yourself. If you are in the range of 0 to 10, you are at grade 1 of GQ. If you are in the range 11 to 20, you are in grade 2 of GQ. If you're in the 21 to 30, you are in grade 3 of GQ. Okay, what is the implication? Grade 1 GQ means that you need to work on your gut health. It's high time and you need to work on your gut health. So people who have messaged me 5, 7, all of that scores, make sure that you work on your gut health because your microflora might not be at place at the moment. Okay, so it is important to make sure that you work on your gut health, and that can be done by improving your lifestyle habits. That can be done by eating more probiotic food, and I am going to share a couple of things towards the end that you can do to make sure that your GQ is on point. But people who are in the 0 to 10 zone, you have a gut alert. So you need to work on your gut health. Okay. People who are in the 11 to 20 zone, they are at a borderline zone. They are good, not bad, but not very good. Okay. You are at a good zone. And most of them were in this range. They were in the 11 to 20 range. And this is something that you definitely have to improve, which means your gut health is not bad, but it is not at its best. So you have a lot of scope to improve your gut health and to make sure that your gut microflora can be restored. Okay. And grade 3, that's 21 to 30, is excellent. Your job, anyone who has, like, I've got answers with 22, 25. So anyone who is in this range, your job is to maintain your gut health, right? You don't want to fall to grade 2 or grade 1 because right now you are in the green zone and you need to maintain it in that particular level. So that is your GQ. Now you know your, you have a value in front of you. We will again do this test, say after 2-3 months, and we will see if there's an improvement in your GQ. If there's an improvement in your GQ, that's a great sign for you. And if not, you know that you need to work on it, right? So now that you have your GQ in front of you, you know where do you fall and how much do you have to work. Okay. Talking about enhanced essential probiotics, this product is recommended for people in grade 1 in high levels, grade 2, of course, because they have to go and jump to grade 3. And grade 3, again, you require the product because you have to maintain it. Like I told you, probiotics are live bacteria. Okay, it's a very dynamic thing. Today it's a great score. It can keep going down. It can keep going high. So people who are low can go high. People who are high can go low. It's absolutely your lifestyle, your diet, the products you consume, the sleep levels, your stress levels, everything that determines this. So because all of the parameters are dynamic, your score is also dynamic. And that's the reason all of us have to aim to reach grade 3 and then maintain grade 3. Okay. So with this, I am going to quickly share with you a couple of things. Here's how you can actually improve your gut quotient. How can you go ahead and improve your GQ score? So the very first thing that you should do is consume whole grains as much as possible. Do not go for refined flour. Do not go for your maida, biscuits, khari, breads, cakes, pastries. Do not go for refined stuff. Chips, namkeen, all of that for that matter. Go for whole grains. Go for things that are not refined. For example, whole wheat, jawar, bajra, maize, oats, anything. Okay, at least 3 times a day. So this is something that you can take care of. Another thing is, make sure that millets and multigrains are a part of your daily diet. At least once a day, you should go and have something that's rich in millets or multigrains. Okay. When I say millets, it's everything. So it's your chole, rajma, choli, any kind of dal, Multigrains, all of us know all the grains that I just mentioned. So make sure that millets and multigrains should be a part of your diet, a daily diet. One portion of fruit in a day is great for all of you since it is a natural source of dietary fiber, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. All of us know why fruits are great for us. So about one portion of fruit, when I say one portion of fruit, it means one serving of fruit. Okay. So when I say one serving of fruit, it is not one watermelon. It's one bowl of watermelon. Okay. It's say one orange, or it's say one medium sized apple, or it's one medium sized banana. Okay, so that's one serving of fruit. And if you are following a healthy diet, it is great to have one portion of fruit on a regular basis. Consume vegetables at least 2 to 3 times a day to receive all your micronutrients. And this is very, very important. We are talking about vitamins, we are talking about minerals all the time. So your micronutrients, your calcium, zinc, iron, magnesium, all of this comes from your veggies. So make sure your veggies are a part of your diet. At least 2 to 3 servings, like minimum 2 to 3 servings is what you require to make sure your gut health is in place. To meet the daily requirement, you should either meet the daily requirement of fiber or at least be aware about it. So just for your information, an average healthy adult requires about 25 grams of fiber on a regular basis. About 25 grams of fiber on a daily requirement. Okay, so it is important to make sure first you know your requirement, second you try and achieve it so that there's no insufficiency. So having fiber rich foods is very, very important so that you maintain that kind of a that kind of a fiber intake so that your gut health is in place, your digestion happens very well, there is no problem in relation to constipation, diarrhea, nothing of that sort happens if your fiber intake is in place, right? Consume at least 3 to 4 liters of water to regulate your digestion and remove toxins from your body. That means you need to stay hydrated to make sure that there is a good digestion that's taking place and there is no overboard of toxins in your body. Here, I would like to mention about Cluster X2. Cluster X2 is a great product that can help you do a checklist on this point because it helps you with hydration, right? So to make sure that you're super hydrated, take care of your regular water intake. And of course, Cluster X2 is like a cherry on the cake. Also, practicing breathing exercises like, pranayama or yoga or of anything of that sort is great for releasing any level of stress. And it's breathing exercises, meditation, all of that works beautifully for people who think that they cannot do that. Anything that relieves your stress. So if it's listening music, do that. If it's going for a walk, do that. If it's maybe just talking to a loved one, do that. Whatever. But once in the day, at least, one time in the day, make sure that you do something that takes you away from the stress. Because stress is not going to go anywhere. You have to figure out a way to, tackle it. And that's the way. So that your GQ doesn't fall down. Aim to get average 8 hours of sleep daily to improve your overall health. All of us know how important sleep is and how much, value sleep holds. So it's important to aim at least 8 hours of sleep and improve your level of physical activity and be moderately active for at least 45 to 60 minutes a day, which is great. It could be any form of physical activity, whatever you like. It could be walking, it could be gymming, it could be dancing, skipping, running, whatever you like. Right? So these are a couple of things that you have to keep in your mind to make sure that your GQ is on point. Okay. So this was the end of the activity that we were doing. I am sure all of you had a great time doing this activity. Now that you know your GQ score, please utilize it and make sure that you improve on that. Okay. On this note, I am coming towards the end of the webinar. And before I end the webinar, I would like to tell you that this webinar is also going to happen in Hindi language in the next week. You are going to get the registration link in your chat box right now. So you can click on that link and register yourselves. Please share it with your Hindi audience, people who are more comfortable with Hindi. The entire webinar is being organized for that audience. Make sure you utilize it as much as possible. Okay, so we are going to meet again next week with the same topic but a different language. Okay, on that note, before I move out, I would like to invite Mayuri to talk about some new promotions that are live. So Mayuri, over to you.
Hi, thank you, Sakshi. So, dear members, now you can be a platinum member at just 1,19,999 rupees with our 750 BV platinum package. Please note that this package is a limited time package. It will be available only till 20th February 2022. So, do not miss this once in a lifetime opportunity. Ask your members, ask your team to take advantage of this opportunity and get lifetime access, lifetime unlimited access to our back office, 30% discount on products, and they can also be eligible for our NHT Global special bonuses and exciting incentive trips. So take this opportunity because it is only available till 28th February 2022. There is also an exciting offer for our sponsors as well. So sponsors of first 20 gold and platinum members can earn double generational bonus from their first generational members. Okay. So this offer is applicable on both initial as well as reorders. So you can ask your Ruby or Emerald members to take advantage of our new 750 BV package and become a platinum member. So it is a win-win situation for both you and your members, since you will be getting double generational bonus, which will be about $150, and your member will get to be a platinum member and experience all the benefits at just 750 BVs by spending only 1,19,999 rupees, including tax and shipping. So do take advantage of both of these offers. Moving on, NHT Global India is bringing an opportunity for you and your prospects to understand our business opportunities, our compensation plans, rewards, and all the important components of our business. So do not miss this webinar. It is called Business Opportunity at NHT Global. It will be held on 25th February at 6 p.m. IST. The registration link will be shared with you. It has already been shared with you through the emails. I will be sending it to you again. So do attend this webinar and do bring your prospects as well. So back to you, Sakshi.
All right. Thank you so much, Mayuri. I think these are all great offers along with great products. We have given you the privilege to go ahead and understand, all and everything about compensation plan. What does the business opportunity have for you? Like, what does it offer? So please go ahead, utilize the promos that we talked about, and also this webinar, which is going to happen on 25th of February. So be there along with your prospects. Okay. On this note, I come towards the end of the webinar. It was a great, it was absolutely great talking to all of you. Thank you for joining me. And I would really request all of you to be there in great numbers because, we are planning great stuff for all our members. And if you don't come, to the webinar, you will not be able to get that benefit. So it's very, very important to please come up to the any kind of events that we organize so that you actually get the benefit that we've planned for you. So make sure your members, all the leaders, all your prospects for that matter, come and attend any kind of events that are, placed ahead as well. Be sure to follow us on our social media pages so that you keep getting an update and you don't miss any event or any update that we have for you. All right. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure once again. Be there with us, in touch with us. I'll see you all soon next week. All right. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day.